Most people think sourdough discard is a waste. I treat it like an ingredient. Today I'm turning one dough into three different results, using what others throw away. This is my discard jar. Every unfed starter goes here. It stays in the fridge and ready whenever I bake. Today I'm using 160 grams of old acidic starter. And if your looks runny like this is not a problem because this has flavor and we will balance it and turn it into soft and rich brioche. In the mix bowl, I already have eggs, discard, yeast, salt, and bread flour. All purpose flour works too, just reduce the hydration slightly. Mix on low for about 3 minutes until everything comes together. Let's talk how to balance the acidity when you work with discard in your dough. I use a little honey and it adds natural sugars to round up the sharp flavor. I also use a pinch of baking soda, 2 grams in this case, to neutralize excess acid so the crumb stays soft instead of dense and gummy. Those two ingredients really work together to give us the nice flavored dough. Now I add the milk and keep mixing until the dough becomes smooth. We are looking for early gluten development, but not the perfection. Once the dough gets stronger and passes light window pane test, it's time to add butter. I keep my butter cold today because my kitchen is warm. It's about 84 Fahrenheit. And I add my butter piece by piece and let each piece to fully incorporate before adding next. This step builds the classic brioche texture, soft, fluffy, and tender. As I mix my dough, I do a quick temperature check. My dough is about 81 degrees Fahrenheit, and that's the upper edge for brioche, so I need to move faster and finish it sooner. The last ingredient I add is a splash of rum. Rum gives a good flavor and makes the crumb soft. You can skip this step, but I recommend you try it. Okay, my mix is done. Just look at this dough. It's smooth, shiny, and so elastic. This is exactly what we want before the fermentation. I'll move it into the container and we will ferment it at room temperature for about 3 hours. 3 hours later, my dough is not doubled, but clearly active, and that's the perfect fermentation for shaping. This dough is ready to be divided. I lightly flour the top and turn to the table gently. From this dough today, I am making three variations. First is classic brioche, second is chocolate orange brioche, and the third one is a strawberry dessert made with brioche. Today, we are dividing into 18 equal pieces, about 50 grams each. Even pieces bake evenly and look professional. Once you are done dividing the dough, start with pre-shaping. In my hands, I round the dough and rotate it against the counter or in my hands. I am building a surface tension, not squeezing, not tearing, just guiding the dough so it rises better. For the chocolate orange version, I use dried orange pieces and semi-sweet chocolate chunks. Prepare your pans with generous amount of butter. This is simple insurance against sticking. You can swap the fillings to nuts, berries, or even jam. Just avoid very wet fillings. That weakens the dough and make sure to seal the dough tightly so everything stays inside. 9 pieces fit perfectly into the pan. For the plain brioche, Tuck the edges under and rotate firmly on a counter or in your hands until the surface becomes smooth and tight. Now cover your pans and let them rise for about 2 hours. While the dough rests, I will prepare the strawberries. I will need fresh strawberries, honey, lemon juice, and that's it. I will cut the strawberries and mix everything together and let them all sit at room temperature to release their natural juices. This becomes our soaking syrup later for our dessert. After 2 hours of rest, our dough is ready to bake. Oven should be preheated to 400 Fahrenheit, and I am brushing my dough with egg wash for color and shine. Bake them for about 25 to 30 minutes until deep golden. You can also check internal temperature. It should be around 190 Fahrenheit, and that's fully baked. My loaves are fully baked. They have beautiful rise, golden crust, and very rich aroma. The aroma of nice sweet flavor and a well-fermented dough. Let's check what's inside of chocolate orange loaf. You can see the soft layers, melting chocolate, and a bright citrus flavor. It's rich but balanced. Now the classic brioche. I'm pressing gently, but see how it sprints back? It's really light, soft, and elastic. That's a strong gluten and a proper fermentation. Now let's make our dessert version. I add 2 slices of brioche and add strawberries on top with all those juices. Then I finish it with lightly whipped cream. The beauty of this dessert is that the bread absorbs the syrup and becomes incredibly tender. Simple ingredients, but such a beautiful result. Okay, so today we made 3 completely different results from one dough, and all from that sourdough discard. So tell me, which version would you try first? Plain, chocolate orange, or strawberry dessert? I'll see you in the next bake.